My name is Kurt North. I work in the Department of Communication Studies. I am a proud CSU Ram. I got my undergraduate degree and my graduate degree here 1995 to 1999, and then a master's degree in 2001. I taught off and on the campus at various points while I was working out in sales and traveling, living abroad, and then I've been back steadily since 2007. I teach a communication popular culture class, evaluating contemporary television, public speaking, and social media. I had lots of crazy college experiences. The one that is suitable for television or social media. Maybe my favorite story is my friends and we went down to South Padre Island for a spring break. Being a typical college student, I had like $120 to last me for 4 days. So we get down there, and within 2 nights I've gone through all of my money. So I had my friend, and so by the third night we would get into the clubs, and the clubs are massive, and we would drink Wounded Soldiers, which is basically what's left in somebody else's red Solo cup. So I would wait for somebody to put down their drink, and then I would drink as much as I can. Well, the next night it was so bad that we did this with food, so we went to one of the restaurants that was a restaurant club, and we'd wait for people to finish their dinner, and before the busboys, once they got up, before the busboys came and cleared it, we would go in and eat chicken, beans, stuff like that off their plate, and then drink what was left of their drinks, and we continued on drinking like that. It sounds pretty gross, but I'm positive this day, I never got sick once in my 20s, and I think it's because I boosted my immune system in college by drinking and eating Wounded Soldiers. There you go. Craziest moment, I had a student have a seizure in class, so that's probably my scariest moment. Luckily, I'd just undergone like a first aid CPR training, so I more or less knew what to do in that situation. I don't know if there's been a lot of crazy moments as teaching, just sort of the evolution of, I started teaching when I was 23, so it was at one point I would be out and about town. I might be at the same bar as my students. Some of my students might be older than I would be. So it was always strange when students like, hey, let's do shots together or something like that. Like, I don't know. As to where now I'm older, I'm married, I have a family, I don't really go out that much. And so how it's changed, how I don't have to do some of the same things about establishing credibility in a semester when you're 23 as opposed to 38. So those things are a little bit different. And then seeing partially my evolution as a teacher and getting better at the classes I teach, but then along the way, how that translates to student performance. And it is exciting seeing students like, this is exactly it, and I wish I wrote like this when I was in college, and was learning these kinds of things. I feel lucky that I like what I'm teaching, I like what I'm grading, I like learning about the material, and I like learning about the material sometimes from my students. I'm privileged that my assignments, my grading is really, I feel more like reading than it is grading, you know, and some of my best students are teaching me as much as I teach them, and that's, I think, pretty cool. I spend the most time probably on Facebook, and part of that is the videos that come through on YouTube, so somewhere in there. I like Facebook because it's public and private, right? I have whatever, I don't know, 300, 500 friends I don't even know anymore, and I can limit that, and in sending something out, it gets the people, mostly my relatives and close yet far away friends. So I like that aspect of it without feeling like I need to really protect my identity or protect what I'm saying or worry this is going to come back to haunt me, or I don't want that out there, strangers. Whereas some of the other websites, platforms still feel like, I'm not sure this is something I want on the public record or for strangers to know about me, my family. I don't think that's being all that conspiracy theory or anything like that. It just feels more personal, as it should, as opposed to something like Twitter or maybe even Instagram or some of the other ones, which I use and I like and all that. But where I really spend my time